real quick. Figured I'll just try to make this video as complete as possible. So now I'm going to try to remove as much rust as I can from underneath the truck. And I just have some grinding stuff and sanding disc and all that. So I have this grinder that I'm going to grind down the majority of the rust. Sanding for the drill. So pretty much I'll just take these and put them into the drill right here, and I can change them out. I have a different variety of them, and I have some welding gloves that I'm going to be using, or some of these. Trying to stay clean. I keep going in the house all dirty. I have some wire brush also, and just a smaller brush to get in those small creases. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get all of the rust, but I want to be able to get as much as possible, because it's that area, once you put the tank, once you reinstall the tank, it's kind of hard to get to. I have a brush here that I'm going to be using to put some rust devastator on, navel jelly. Sounds like a porn thing. Also, I'm going to slap some primer on there. I'm not sure 100% what's the best primer, but it says fast drying. And I'm going to maybe slap some paint on it also. Also, you're going to want to have some safety goggles. And because my hair is really high, I have just this thing to put over my head so it doesn't get all dirty, because you know, I got to constantly keep washing my hair and washing all this dirt and grime out of it. So I'm going to get this thing prepped. The prep work is probably going to be the hardest part, because with anything in life, if the preparation is off, then everything else just falls apart. So, yeah. Now, please do remember that you're dealing with gas lines, so try to keep that spark away from the gas lines as much as possible. So, yeah, just bear that in mind as you're going along. Mainly want to get up in these places where the tank sits. This is what you need right here, a respirator. I had rust in my nose for days. Alright, y'all, so this is good as I'm gonna get the sanding, I mainly wanted to do this portion that the tank sits in, because hopefully down the road I can take the bed off, you know, and if I don't have to take the gas tank off, at least I know, like, I gotten most of it. I mean, I could grind it down more because I know the rust is gonna come back because I didn't sand it all the way down to the metal, but this should at least buy me some time. And I didn't get up in here as much as I would like. And right here, I'll try to get it down as nice as possible because this is mainly where the tank will sit. I can always gain access to up here once I take the bed off. So I just kind of hit it with some paint thinner to kind of get any kind of dirt and stuff off of there. So I'm kind of waiting for it to dry now, and then I'm gonna lay this on. Also, you want to kind of put something over the lines. This one here, you can see up in there, it's a lot of rust that blew up in there. So I'm just gonna probably have to send something to clean that out, because that's gonna wind up getting into your oil filter. This one I just kind of took the gas cap off, and what's the name? Just kind of blew some air through it, but I'm still probably gonna have to throw some gas in there. And this, what I'll probably wind up doing is putting some gas in there and then just tilt the line down to kind of wash any kind of gas out there. I didn't think about that ahead of time. So you want to kind of cover these holes if you plan on doing any sanding. I just kind of have a glove over there to stop, minimize the damage. But just kind of waiting for the paint thinner to dry, and then I'm just going to put this on, this Rust Devastator. I'm going to do it really thick so it can run down in the creases down in there and all that. And once I get the this on there, then I'm pretty much set on the prep work, But like I said, if I was restoring the car or restoring the truck, then I would sand it down more. But this is more so just to buy me some time. Eventually, I'm probably gonna have to replace all these lines and stuff like that because they are rusted out. And I'm going to probably do the fuel filter. But what I'm going to do is I'd probably change the filter after I put the tank up and kind of get everything sent through there and let it catch whatever residue of dirt. Just spray it with some WD-40 and let it sit for like a month or two. Just continuously spray it and try to change that fuel filter when I get a chance. But this is probably where I'm gonna end the video as far as like prepping under here. Look, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, make sure you have your paintbrush so you can get down in those areas. And yeah, time for me to go get this tank. Alright, y'all, so I got some starter fluid. Guess you guys are wondering why. So what I'm gonna do with the starter fluid is just kind of clean a lot of these lines out. Just gonna spray it. Make sure you put your goggles on, please. And I'm just gonna hit each of these holes. And what I did was I'm gonna spray it in here, right? Just shake it around and then just turn the line down just to rinse out any dirt that blew down in there. Spray it in here, shake it around and turn it down. Same concept. And these already in the downward direction. So all I have to do is just pretty much get this, let that run out. Let that run out. Hit this. Spray it. And this is just so I don't have to worry about the dust, which I never really was thinking ahead of time. Spray it. Spray it. Spray it. And just tilt it down. Tilt it down. Tilt it down. Just get all whatever extra dust is out of there, out the lines. Try to just do it right I blew this out with some air, and then I'm just going to use some electrical grease to kind of put on the connection here, just to, you know, do it right the first time. Alright, you guys, so some things I learned when I was purchasing the tank, and filters though was important, was you got to know what size tank you're gonna need. I think that's been the hardest process itself, is finding out what tank you're going to need. So I went to an auto parts store to purchase the tank. And I think I have the 25-gallon tank, because the first tank they brought out was too big. So apparently they have a tank bigger than this. So I'm going to use my tank for reference. Mine is about, I would say, 49 inches. So that'll be 4 feet 1 inch in length, and I'm just measuring from the tip to the other tip, so just to kind of give you an idea. And they have one that's bigger than that, so I'm assuming that this is correct. And because I'm not getting sponsored, not gonna advertise anybody's stuff, so I had to get mine in 3 parts. So I had to get this part here. This is the fuel strainer. That was like $7. And then I got the sending unit here. That was about $59.99, so about 60 something, and this is in US, and this is 2000 and something, close to that. I don't know when this video will be posted. And the box itself, this is the part number here, GM23B. That's what's on there, and you can check the rest of the number of gas tanks here. So I'm going to open it up, make sure everything is straight. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack this old one open to see how everything is assembled, and go from there, switch the hoses over and stuff. But I kind of want to see how everything is, so I know exactly how to put this up. So I'm going to crack this open. I'm going to knock this open right here with this. I'm just gonna knock it with this you can use a screwdriver or whatever, but I'm just gonna knock it open and get this opened up so I can see what's going on in there. Matter of fact, before I do that, I need to check. So I'm just gonna check this sending unit just to make sure that it is the correct one, because some of them are different. So, oh man, might need to bring that. So, it does come with all the stuff you need. Okay. So I might save myself $5. So it comes with, and it tells you here, it comes with the, I'm not sure, I have to read. It says cover terminal connector, return tube, fuel tube, pulsator assembly, not included, rubber coupler, thermal connector, rubber bumper, electrical fuel pump not included. Oh, okay. It's a lot of stuff not included in here. So I'm definitely gonna have to open that one up and take all the stuff out of there, because apparently that's why it was so cheap, because a lot of the stuff didn't come with it. Yeah, this actual fuel pump here. So yeah. But gonna try and knock this close. Knock it back open again. We'll grab a screwdriver. Try to open this thing up. Y'all ain't see that. Alright. Come on down. So, I think all I'm going to change on this thing is the screen, man. I'm taking all this crap back. Because... So, let me, real quick, y'all see how I knocked it out? Oh, so I pretty much just turned it, and well, you guys saw it, I just turned it and kind of, yeah. So, screen, just bend it a little bit, fandangle it, take it up out of there, and, just gonna change the screen out, man. Like I said, okay. That's cool. So, down in the tank itself, it has like a little rubber thing. It's like a traft that goes in there, and it's like bolted or something down in there. But you can see all the stuff that it was picking up. So I wish I would have had a pump, an electric pump for it, but it's gonna throw this thing up. YOLO it. Alright. So this all I'm gonna change is the screen on here. Yeah, this should be called when you go to the store and just buy up a whole bunch of stuff. Screen is biased. Biased to one side. So this one is right in the middle here, and this one shifts to the right or the left. So I don't know. I'll pop it off real quick. It's supposed to just pop off, right? I don't know, Holmes. Pop it off. That ain't good. Mine's just ripped off, so I gotta figure out how to get this thing off, because it ripped around here. So learning as I go. All right, y'all, so I've been spending a minute trying to get this piece off, because like I said, it's separated. It just ripped apart from this when I tried to pulling it off, but all you had to do was just pull off the excess piece here and then just push this on there. Apparently, who knew, huh? Oh, easier said than done. Gotta make sure this thing is on there. Nice. Because you don't want it coming off. So there you go. It's on there. That portion of things is done. Alright, I'll move this one out the way. Old one, I need to take the hose off. Try not to rip the box up, just in case somebody told you the wrong thing. It's all oily, man. Hold on real quick, because I don't want the bottom of this thing to get scratched up dragging it around on the floor. Alright, y'all. So, because I don't want to get this thing all scratched up, what I'm going to do is put it inside of here. That in there. Put on this little hose right here. And hit this with some WD-40 around here. It's kind of lubricated. Put it in there. Probably not going to tighten that up yet, just in case I have to make some adjustments. This came inside the box, so I'm just gonna open this up. And this has a rubber seal that goes around the mouth of the gas tank. This one, I guess, just sits on here like so. Gonna get the new old electric pump and all that. Don't mind the wind, y'all. It's only affecting me. Take this off of here like so. This is the locking mechanism. I have a new one here. Gonna fit the part with a little bends. I'm gonna fit that upward, so I'm gonna turn that part to me as I'm putting it on. Put it on here like so. Put the wires through it. A little bit of learn as you go, but wouldn't have it no other way. because a lot of the fuel pumps are different, so I don't want to overwhelm my brain with too much knowledge and get confused. So, making sure everything is on. This is what tells how much gas you have in there. This just floats up and down, like so, just like a toilet bowl thing. This rubber piece up first. Put that in here, like so. Nope. I think this thing kind of comes off a little bit easier, man. Screen. It ain't screening. Not the biggest fan of this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the longer part to the opposite way of this float. This in here, put that in there. Yeah, ain't no way. I'm not taking this thing back out. It's over here. Sit. This flush. There's a certain way it has to go down. Wish I had my apprentice here with me, but unfortunately I don't. So let's see how this thing goes. I'm gonna figure out how this thing sits, and yeah, it's giving me a little bit of difficulty, but this is just pretty much how it is. The rubber piece, then put the pump and all the system down, then you kind of get it snugged in between these grooves. So I'm gonna figure this thing out and I'll be back. Alright y'all, so I got it sitting flush on there. Just kind of pull it up a little bit to show you. It's loose. Got to sit down in the groove. I'm pulling it back up. So it's got to sit in this groove here, and in this groove here. Then this kind of get the locking ring, and pretty much gonna push down on it and turn. Man, action pack some boy only full of enough chat. Enough of them stay so. Push down. Push to close. I'm gonna give it a gentle tap. So clockwise, close it. There you go. So I just tapped it till it got stuck on these little lip here, so it can't go anymore. So I just turned it that way. Remember, now it's the gasket, then the unit, then the little lock ring, and time to put this thing together. Put it on the car and start bolting it up together, man. Alright, you guys, so getting ready to throw the tank back up. So real quick, just had it primered out, you know, primered it as much as I possibly could, just mainly where the tank sits, and put some electrical grease connector in here, some grease in there, grease in all of them, grease around there to for the hose itself, and put the clamps back in, the brackets. Also, you want to put some grease inside of here too. You want to put some thread tape on here. Now, there's a specific way to put on thread tape, which I learned from doing the basement faucet. So apparently, you want to put it on so when you're screwing the faucet, the connectors on, it doesn't work itself back off. So I'm pretty sure if it has to rotate this way, then you want to put the thread tape the opposite way. So yeah, I got chewed out for that, and they were right because the faucet leaked after a while. So I'm going to try to get this thread tape on here as much as I possibly can. Alright, get this thing stabilized and get these clamps on here and go from there. Alright, y'all, so I got the 2 clamps lined up, ready to lock it in. All I have to do now is connect these hoses down here, connect this up here. So all I have to do is connect this up here, connect these 2 hoses, which I think I might let it down a little bit so I can connect these hoses. But I'm gonna figure out how to get those connectors on and get it all plugged up, get the wires plugged up, get everything plugged up, and get this thing to cracking. So real quick, just threw it up on some center blocks. If you're doing it on a lift, then it might be different for you, but just to get it stabilized, and I just kind of pull the hoses from out of their mountain position, and I'm going to go ahead and connect everything up, and yeah, just go from there. So just put everything back in the reverse order, center blocks like you did. May have to put some 2x4 under there to raise it up a little bit more so you don't stretch the lines too much, and just go from there. Alright, y'all, so I've gotten the 3 lines connected, and like I said, I just labeled them earlier, so when it's time to put them back on, so I just put rear or back, slapped a B on there so I know this was the back line, front, middle, threw the clamp back on there, the middle clamp. So I just put it back in order. Where I did this one first, this one, and this one. Worked my way over. And once I raise it up, I'll be able to hook them back in here. I'm going to raise it up high enough where I can put this hose on, because I had to take that off. I've already connected the electrical wire, so all I have to do now is connect this breather to this. Once I raise it up, so as I'm raising it up, I'm going to start connecting stuff. So I'm going to raise it up enough to get these in. Then I'm going to get this connected with that. Then this is going to be last. And make sure you keep the center blocks under here, so just in case it falls off the jack, it doesn't come down and rip the lines out. So center blocks should be something you remove last until you have it securely mounted on here. Please don't remove those blocks, just for safety. So this is as far as it'll fall if it does fall. Tools, remember, you're gonna need the 5/8, or on mines anyways, I use the 5/8 line wrench, a vice grip, so I could do this hose clamp here, squeeze it, bring it back up. Some thread tape that I had to use, thread tape, just to make sure it doesn't leak, and I mean it still might leak, and just the adjustable wrench to hold the other end of the line end while I tighten it up. And just to make sure you put this thing in, and make sure when you tighten the lines up, it doesn't sit on an angle, so it doesn't create leaks. So everything is plugged up. And also don't forget the grounds. Also, this has a lot of grounds. It also has a grounds up here too, so I guess those help with the static arc from the electricity that flows through your body. So I'm gonna raise this thing up, connect as I go, and hopefully the next video will be of the tank fully installed. Throw some gas back in here. Alright y'all, so got the tank up, got the jack away from it. Thing is in there. Got the lines connected up. I literally have been done, but one of the grounds right here, broke off, and I just couldn't figure out how to connect it on that little piece, that little bitty end right here. So I just pretty much rigged up a wire, and you know, these things happen. I'm gonna put this end in here and twine it around up there. You know, I just want to make sure I have all the grounds. And then the next step, my fingers keep slipping. I'm trying to grip that. Like, I like it like that. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. What y'all know about that Genuine? Is it Genuine? Forgot what his name. Like, I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. See, I'ma stick over her neck and no back. Fingers keep slipping. I'm trying to grip that ass. Y'all turn this off. This ain't for kids. Grown folks only. Well, no, for sure I ain't low on gas with all that. Actually, prior before me start recording, I already put a quarter of this and a full tank of the other one. So whatever was left in there, I put in here, plus this entire thing. So Sorry for the video editing, but figured y'all should know how to pour gas in a truck. But I have a significant amount in there. So next, gotta connect the battery terminal. Alright, so I've got gas and all that in there. So I'm gonna have my assistant, my wife, prime the system just to make sure that there's no gas coming down. Alright, go ahead. Turn it off. Turn it on. Is it on again? Yeah. Off. On again. Alright, sound like the sound like it got filled up with gas. So we're gonna go ahead and try to crank this thing, and then I'm gonna check to make sure there's no gas dripping or none of that. But so far it looks good. Alright y'all, so I'm just gonna try to start this thing up. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, there you go. Check it, make sure there's no gas dripping, leaking. Let it run for a little while. Check, make sure everything is good. But so we ran with a shift history.
I want to vent. I come back from the run. No fucking good.
So that's why I shipped that issue. I know my man don't miss no gears, man.
It raised all the way up. You see the pin is bent all the way up?
Yeah, that thing was missing second and third. There you go. Tranny's good.
It drove off the track, so it's good. It's something minor. If it's not that,
Get him next year.
It's gonna get a whole bunch of new shit, but
ready to go. Please let me know. Motor is in pristine condition. Single overhead cam VTEC. Please let me know. A new head gasket has already been installed. D16 Z6 wiring harness, transmission ECU H23A1.